is Goldman Sachs. When they first joined, they did nothing but the first year but just talk to Facebook and go learn about what they're doing. And then the second year they started to POC it, and then the third year they started to deploy it. The same way with Yahoo. If you look at their progression over the years, they spent a lot of time the first year just understanding what Facebook is doing. The same way with some of your customers, the way that they're being involved in the community. We have a very rigorous steering committee, technical steering committee from all different kinds. Folks that are from Dell sitting on there, other particular companies. So the rigor that goes behind these specifications is pretty intense. So getting your customers involved, letting them see the process, helping them with seeing the path that other companies have taken, puts a lot of minds at ease. Any other questions? Yes, back in the green jumper.
Yeah, so also what from Circle B side, what we would say is there's definitely the most beneficial is the operational advantage. So when you're buying the stuff, especially servers, the biggest cost is in the CPU, the memory, etc. And those are the same as in any other device, but the whole package around it is different and more efficient. So in terms of energy consumption, cooling, operating it, that's all more efficient than like compared to traditional equipment, and that's where you get the most benefit.
Yeah, I think there are definitely the standard talking points from an OCP side versus OEM, on the operational efficiencies, parts replacement, and so forth. And I think those are all great points that I think the other folks are going to make. I think from our standpoint, we're approaching the market in a new, complete way in the sense of we're actually bringing recertified gear into the space. And for us, what's actually been very interesting is we're kind of fighting a two-headed battle, if you will, right? We're fighting the OCP kind of proliferation battle, and then we're also trying to get people comfortable with recertified gear at the same time, which has actually panned out very well. But I think one of the things that we're actually seeing is that our failure rates on a parts level on recertified gear is astronomically lower than brand new gear standard. And the reason why I think that's the case, and I think we have a lot of study to do that, and most of the things that we've actually tracked have been in the space for a year, and from when we sold it, is that we usually tell people that the systems that you're going to get have already been through a 2 to 3 year burn test, because they have. I mean, a lot of the things that would have gone wrong in the other systems have already been weeded out. And if you look at it from an operational efficiency standpoint, if you've got a massive reduction in failure rates, now you've got lower OpEx just because you don't have to maintain it as well. You don't have to have the technicians as high frequency go to these systems and pull different things out. So we're looking at it from a whole different viewpoint than what traditional sales process is like. So I think that has actually been very surprising to see, and actually a pretty good selling point for us.
From the networking perspective, I think when people do the jump to open networking OCP, they change a lot in the network as well. So very often you see there's lots of automation as well. And I think the kind of the topologies that are being built, so like your leaf and spine, this type of deployment, it's very easy to automate. It's it's basically same components you repeat over and over. So that's very easy to automate, and that's how people tend to do it. And that obviously brings lots of savings on the operational side. You need to have less people to look at the network. Some things you can kind of almost like automatically fix. So you can have systems that are looking into what's happening and do some kind of pre-triage. So the basic engineers have to spend less time, and in the effect you need less of those people to run the network. So yeah, that's what I see in networking space.
Great. Any other questions? All right. Well, I think that's about it. I had one other thing to show you. Thank you very much, gentlemen. I appreciate it. Great. All right. I have one other thing to show you, and then I'm going to let you enjoy your rest of the morning. They'll let me out of here. Okay. I don't think this is going to work based on this. So I'm just going to tell you. All right, rapid.space. Put it in your phone, check it out. Rapid.space. The newest member of the European community. Rapid.space. Selling cloud services on OCP for a fraction of the cost of other cloud providers. You can reserve your instance right now. Rapid.space. If you want to meet the guy, talk to Aideen as well. I was going to show you the actual page, but just type it into your phone, rapid.space. We want to welcome them to the European community, and thank you very much for your gracious attention and the hospitality. That's it. All right.